Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious tarot readers. Most of the time, and I've done tarot for over 20 years, astrology for over 50, so I've been around a little bit. By the way, to separate the two philosophies, astrology is the science of cycles. Nothing magical, nothing satanic about it. If you know the cycles, then you can kind of figure out your ups and downs in your life. Also, I find astrology very, very helpful in terms of trying to determine what your strong points and weak points are in terms of your character, your personality. Phenomenal stuff. But it's not magical. It's being aware of cycles. The magic comes from working with major cycles and then all the planetary configurations, the houses and all. I mean, it just gets crazy. And I haven't found anybody yet supplant that. You can't get that exact. Not important. I don't want anything that tells me ahead what my life is going to be like. I want to be surprised. That's important in terms of growing and being adaptable as a human being. But if I see that there's going to be kind of a difficult time maybe in my career, okay, we'll see what we can pick up and then kind of prepare. Even though you get that information from the astrology, you know it's not set in stone. So you're going to have to be flexible. That's good. When it comes to tarot, it is a science of potential. What you're looking at your screen right now is 5 cards. That's the spread. That's all you're going to see on the screen, nothing else. I do that purposely because we are being distracted every moment of every day, 1,000 times every moment of every day. That's the point. That's why Steve Jobs at Apple never let his kids play with computers until they were in junior high, and even then only 1 hour a day. The school did not teach computers at all. The point was to get kids to think for themselves, develop their own imagination. And then when they got home, either Steve or his wife locked in 1 hour a day on the computer. Period. End of story. 61 minutes. It's over an hour. Get the hell out. Go live your life like a human being. Bill Gates, I understand, was the same with his kids. These people understood a long time ago what the potential harm and good was for computers. And so within that context, they focused their kids. We don't have that. We let the computers, the smartphones, the televisions babysit our children because it's easier. What you get is morons. What you get is robots. John D. Rockefeller, a man who shapes our educational system, big pharma, shapes our business system, says, I want a nation of workers, not thinkers. That's what he said back around 1900. I want a nation of workers, not thinkers. And so you see what's going on in the schools today, and verifiably, we have tested and found kids are getting dumber. They're losing their creativity sooner. They're literally being made into robots as they get ready to go to work. And they go to work these days for jobs that no longer exist because the robots are taking over. Well, you can see what the possibilities are. So when it comes to manifesting, I want you to use the tarot frequencies to help move you, to help inspire you. In fact, that's the reason I do this, is to inspire you. I do it every day, 365, holidays, whatever, doesn't make any difference. I do it every day. And I realize that the reading will not resonate with you every day. I will be doing good if I get them to resonate with you every other day. People are complex. There are 8 billion people on the planet. Put us all together, we're like a jigsaw puzzle laid out on the floor. The parts and pieces all fit. When you put them together, they create a beautiful picture, but you got to get the parts and pieces to fit, and they won't all the time. So when we do these readings, I know very well I am reaching a percentage, and it may vary from day to day, but I'm reaching a percentage. Now, that doesn't mean that the message on the reading has to has to connect with you. It means something I say within the reading maybe inspires you. That's the point. Inspire, because if I can inspire you, I can get you to imagine, then I can get you to manifest. That's the most powerful tool any human being has. It is literally the power to create your own life. Now, what you also got to get ready to step over is the fact that the shit that they tell you is not necessarily what fits for you. They say you got to be beautiful, you got to have a lot of money, got to be a sports star or a Hollywood star, you got to be this, that, the other thing. All of that empowers the people who are trying to control you because they control the system. It's the monopoly board that you're playing on. They can change the way the different parts and pieces look. They can change the color of the money. They can change the names, Boardwalk, Park Place, whatever. They can do that stuff, but it doesn't change the game. You think it does. It doesn't change the game. You have to go for real values, the stuff money can't buy. Health, joy, peace, friendship, love, those things. And in fact, the most important thing to everybody that money can't buy is time. And that's why I try to do the very best I can when I'm doing these readings, because you are paying for this reading in your time. You're never going to get it back. And I have to laugh at all these people who get all this plastic surgery, Botox, and all that stuff. They think, oh, I'm defying time. No, you're not. You're amplifying time. I have never, ever, 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 ever seen anybody who got any kind of plastic surgery who looked better. They looked different, but not better. It's a little head game you play. Look how pretty I am. Just see, I'm defying time. No, you're not. No, you're not. So we get real here, and that's tough for a lot of people to take, especially in this time. But in this time, it is cataclysmic. And so I have to take that same approach to the readings. So I don't have time to fool around, goof around, blow smoke up your skirt. Don't have time for that. It's to give you a solid information based on the 5 cards here, and then you see whether or not it moves you in any way whatsoever. If it does, it's up to you to take the action. That's why tarot is the science of potential. So let's begin. Middle card, oracle card. Today it's Yang. It is number 1. That's the number up in the right-hand corner, number 1. Primo, action. Very, very, very important. That's what it's all about. You know, people all the time go, well, I believe. Do you do anything? No, I don't get off my ass. I'm waiting for God to come here and then do it for me. Sorry, doesn't work that way. If you believe, you got to act as though you believe. The two go together. That's very difficult for people because they tend to be lazy, myopic. I don't want to do anything. It's just too hard. It's too hard. That's what makes a difference. I'm not saying that you have to break yourself in half. I'm not saying you have to kill yourself. But you got to get off your ass. You got to stand up for what you truly believe in, because if you don't, somebody else is going to come in and take it away from you, whatever it is. So Yang means energy. It is not passive. Doesn't have to be aggressive. It's not warlike. It's not battle-like. You don't have to punch somebody in the face. It means you get off your ass and do something to make yourself a better person. And so what we have for the meme for today, thoughts and concepts don't go away easily because we keep nurturing them on a daily basis. We get into a rut. We start thinking what we've always thought or what we were told as kids and what we've been conditioned to believe, and we never kind of get away from that because it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. I don't want to piss anybody off. They validate me rather than stand up. And Yang energy says, no, you stand up. It's the power of your thought that we're focusing on. That's the Yang energy. You don't have to punch somebody in the face. You don't have to start a war. You don't have to pull a gun. You revitalize, you energize you with the power of your thought. Let's begin. All the way to the left, the 2 of Swords. Speaking of thoughts, that's what swords are all about. They're ideas. They come from other people. We think that we're their own. We're not. We just kind of borrow them. All depends on which ones we borrow. The 2 of Swords says, I got to make a decision. I got to decide. Point A, point B. Which way am I going to go? Which path am I going to take? And you see here, this person is blindfolded and has swords, which refer to thought, crossed their chest. So they're blocking their heart. They're closing their eyes. They're removing distractions and getting ready to make a decision. Very important decision. So from here, we go to the Star card. And it is in reverse. So you are thinking right now, please, I am looking for guidance. I am looking for inspiration. I don't have it yet. I'm not feeling it anyway. Help me. Well, the fact is you can help yourself. Go back to the Two of Swords. It's what you think. Don't be distracted by the visual stuff and the audio stuff, because all that is meant to distract you, get you off your point. What you're going for is the next card, Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles are things that we value, and they were the things I talked about earlier. Love, friendship, joy, peace, your time that you never get back, ever, ever. I mean, you can get sick and get your health back. You can have money and lose it and get it back again. You can't do that with time. You never go back. You need a value system that reflects those kinds of things, not more money, more money, more money, more money, more houses, more shoes, whatever the. So what you have to do is in the final card here, Seven of Swords, people always, or tarot people like to go, well, you know, they're done, they're stealing stuff. No, they're not stealing. You've been stolen from. And this Seven of Swords says, I got it. Swords are thoughts and thinking. I'm going to think for myself. I'm going to take what I know is true for me, and I'm getting out of the game. That's what you see, the two swords right there next to him. Two is decision. Behind him you see a carnival, which is what life is. It's a game. It's a show. It's not real. It's the Matrix. And this guy is leaving, taking the five swords, the true things that he knows are true. True value system, true thinking, positive thinking, believing in himself, and then getting the hell out of the game. Because if you stay in the game, you're going to be like the game, which means you lose the game. It's up to you. Yang energy. Get moving. Don't worry about pointing a finger at anybody else. Point that finger at you. It's the power of your thinking that makes or breaks you. It's tarot reading for today. Back again tomorrow. Between now and the next time we get together and talk tarot, peace and blessings.